Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So those who are new to this channel, this is where an average guitarist like me get to check out stuff and review equipments. So the Hofner Shorty. With the earlier videos, maybe I'll post it here, the link. When I got the Shorty, it actually had some problems. It had a single wraparound bridge that kind of tended to the bridge was like tilting forward. What I thought was an easy fix, which is basically fixing or re-securing the bolts, the mounting bolts, wasn't as simple. The luthier that I sent it to basically drilled out first pull out the bolts and the thread, and basically wedge wood into it, glued it, and re-drill hole to put in the bolt, and the same thing happened. And this is due to the fact that the wood itself is soft. So I guess that's one of the drawbacks of buying a cheap guitar, is the material used, not only the hardware, but the wood itself is inferior in quality, and this I was told was not it was not common, in the sense that not everyone had the same problems I did. Only one gentleman that commented that he actually had the same problem, but he kind of lived with it. But I kind of not want to actually let it just live with it and carry on playing, was because I wanted to put on heavier gauge. Now, those who are familiar with my channel, is I'm actually a huge advocate for heavier gauge to promote tuning stability. Okay. Obviously there is tone involved, but it's been debunked, I guess, by some YouTubers, saying that a lighter gauge actually could sound as heavy as a heavier gauge. However, yes, that may be true, but one reason why I prefer a heavier gauge is because when you're traveling abroad, or this is a travel guitar, so that's the reason why I got it. Sometimes you might need to share a room with someone, and sometimes your sleeping pattern's a bit different, and I find that a heavier gauge allows me to play the guitar unamplified. Oh, okay, now that's being amplified. So unamplified, and it's a I could actually practice or play without disturbing my roommate at the time. So that's one reason. Nothing is obviously, I find a heavier gauge to be, because of the tension, to be higher tension. It's the tuning stability is a lot better. So coming back to the story. Okay, so that those who have the keen eye could see what actually I did, or what the luthier did. It's basically put in a what do you call that, a stop tail, and also a tunematic bridge, and this facilitates the it actually eradicate the need to put a wraparound. Now, those who are familiar with the wraparound, so basically it's like a soft tail, but the strings are basically wrapped over the stop tail, and that action tends to pull it upwards. So when you put in a traditional stop tail, which is you basically thread the strings through the stop tail and over the pneumatic bridge, it tends to have a different effect rather than pulling it forward. So that basically solved the problem without having to. Well, I was thinking, oh, maybe I should change the wood, or get another piece of wood and basically fit all the hardware back onto it. But then this basically worked, and the hardware that I'm using right now is a Goto that actually came off my ESP Eclipse. So this is actually a good piece of kit, I suppose. But you can actually make do with just any cheap stop tail and bridge if you want to do this mod. What they had to do is again re-drill the hole, fit in new wood into the existing hole, and then re-drill again and fit the stop tail at the end. They actually needed to shift the bolt that goes through into the strap slightly higher, and the added weight, not only obviously you get better sustain and tone from the extra mass, but I find it actually kind of, let's say it's going down, it kind of helped with the what do you call it, neck dive to a certain extent. Again, perfect position, hand position to actually keep the neck up by actually pressing it down. A lot more easier as compared to the old bridge. And another thing that the old bridge actually had a problem was changing strings. Now, the way it was actually constructed, that the bridge, the wraparound bridge was a bit too close to the pickup, so you actually had to, doing the wraparound, you need to actually the strings have to enter this way to go around the bridge, and that actually had very little space. So those people who are gigging, street musicians, stuff like that, you might need to wait for a long, you might actually have to even take the bridge off to actually put the strings in. So this way, the traditional Les Paul type for stop tail, it's easy to what do you call that, to string it through without any worries, and actually, in fact, if you're good enough, you can actually string the guitar while playing. I doubt that you could do that. Okay, let's try out the tones that you get from this guitar with the extra, the modification. As I said, I perceive it has a more sustained, richer tone. So let's check it out. I'm still using the same setup. I'm using the HDR 1R Black Star head with the 1x12 speaker cabinet, and for the overdriven sound, we've got the Boss super feedback and distortion, the DF2 minus the Bs. Okay, so let's check it out.
Alright, so we're gonna try the overdriven sound. Obviously you can hear a lot of sound, mainly because of the electronics have not been shielded properly. I did not want it to be done. I'll do it only later. So just to showcase what you're gonna get with this modification. Fantastic sounding. So I hope, let me turn this off. I hope you guys have gotten the, you could actually see the difference with this modification that I've done to this guitar. As I've said, it is what it is, as Trump has been saying quite a lot recently. It's a $100 guitar, so I'm not gonna try to make it what it isn't, make it out to be what it isn't. For what it is, as I said, it's actually quite good bang for the buck, in the sense that, well, maybe for me, I kind of did not actually, was not so lucky, as I've got the not so good body. Hence I needed to actually do this mod. Oh, and it actually cost me only $20 to get it done. So okay, well, not inclusive of the price of the bridge, so that's actually really dirt cheap. Well, this is shout out to Jovis Guitars. Those who are interested, well, it's actually, this is in Malaysia, so okay, so spending $20 to get this guitar playing really nicely as compared to before. As I said, you only watch my earlier video to see, to hear what is I didn't like about this guitar. But this mod, guys, I would recommend for you to do it. It's actually one of the best mods to do. If you actually have a Shorty, you're gonna enjoy the guitar a lot more. Alright, so thanks a lot for watching, guys. Subscribe, like and subscribe, and do comment. Okay guys, I love your comments, especially the ones that that tells me that I need to practice more. So okay, take care guys, and remember, stay safe. Take care.